Okay, everybody, welcome to the channel. We're back out here on the trail. Whoa, I bumped the steering. With this YFGXFXF LCG rig from the Chinese internet. Last time we had this thing out, I busted the cab area on the other side. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that Vanquish Products servo on axle mounted steering chingus. I went away from the chassis mounted steering to that servo on axle deal just because you can kind of see, maybe kind of hard to see, but you can see that nice looking silver bracket there that's bolted to the back of the third member on the housing, the F9 Curry axle housing. So I did that because of steering accuracy, and I did not like the lateral movement that existed on this chassis with the chassis mounted servo. There's quite a bit of, you know, as the suspension cycled, there's quite a bit of lateral movement as that axle went up and down underneath the chassis. So side to side axle movement, folks, and I didn't like it. I wanted everything to be nice and square and stay square the whole time. I don't know that there is any disadvantages in performance when you've got that lateral axle movement, but it just looks stupid under full droop when the axle walks over a little bit, and then full stuff it kind of goes one way. So, and in this case, mostly, you know, running a droop setup, so you got to find that sweet spot where the axle is centered with the suspension settings you've got, which makes it worse when you droop. You know, if you've got any sort of suspension droop happening, that axle lateral movement becomes much more exaggerated. So I decided that for that reason, and the second benefit would be steering accuracy, I would do this. I would throw out another nickel at this rig to buy that servo on axle mount. So, and now this is the first run, and we'll see how this goes. Running the Savox 1230 SG with I'm running it on 7.4 volts, which is, it says that it's a 6-volt servo, but I don't listen to any of that stuff. I do what I want. More volts means more torque, means more speed, so I figured it could handle it, and it has been handling it. And it's being powered by a Hobbywing 1080. Ooh, I got myself some junk on my tire there. So, but here next week I should be getting in the mail a Flash Hobbies 60 kg direct power servo, 4S capable. I'll be running it on 3S. I'll swap that servo into this rig and then throw this Savox 1230 SG into my Class 1 rig. So that should be an upgrade, because in that rig I'm just running the Spamazon Chinese internet servo, the Blue Can 35 kg, which is a decent servo, and I got the Castle 2.0 BEC in there, which I think I got that servo run on 8 volts, and it's a 7.4 volt servo, so, you know, then it's a pretty decent servo. But this one's going to be better, so I'll get I might not run this one on 8 volts. Maybe I will. Hard to tell. We'll have to find out. I don't know that 8 volts will be too much for this Savox, if kill itself on 8 volts, but we shall see. But it should have quite a bit more torque. I can't be sure what it has. You know, on 6 volts it runs, it's supposed to be 500 kgs per centimeter, but on 7.4 like I'm running now, it's probably 550, maybe closer to 570. I'm just guessing, I wouldn't know, but that's sort of what I'm looking at. Let's go over here and try and climb this wall. I'm imagining that there's a center of gravity, a little bit of a center of gravity benefit to having that axle mounted steering setup, being as it takes that servo weight and removes it from the chassis, which means it's now unsprung weight. So that's probably going to have a benefit somehow, one would imagine. Maybe. So this right side of this obstacle is probably the most easy to climb. If you get over here to the right and you walk it over to the left, you can get on that big kind of slick rock to the right, and it'll sort of pull itself up. And then there's that spider web again. Last time I was out here, I got into that thing. Let's try and bounce up this, shall we? Here we go. See if we can piss off that black widow. Oof. There we go. Nailed it. So I've got the parts bin build in there. I haven't run it in a minute. I'm kind of thinking of cannibalizing it, taking its dig transmission with the Chinese dig unit off there, the Hertz dig Vanquish clone, and putting it in this rig and just running that rig with this with that, yeah, running that rig, I mean, that part's been built with this stealth, either a stealth or this 10-2 transmission. Oh no. Oh well, I saved that. I don't want to crack the body again because I already did that. And now I'm sure it's in a weakened state for sure for being cracked. I just used some CA glue to kind of restore it, repair it, but who knows if that's going to be a long-term solution. Okay, this is going to be interesting because that's one heck of an obstacle. Oh, I got it. It's tight. It's a tight spot, and you will slide down it if you don't get that line just right. So we'll come back up here and then sneak back in and down. We'll come all the way straight down this thing this way. Not bad. See what we can do here. I got some serious tire rubbage on those front fenders. Ooh. Quite hot out here, and I'm wondering if you can overheat an RC crawler. Okay, we got the belly dragger here. Nice. That's how you do it. Now I'm going to get real twisted here. I guess not. We'll sneak in through that tunnel. There we go. We made it. Let's go up over here. See if I can make this climb. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. I lost it. Okay, let's back up. I missed it. Yeah, holy tire rubbage. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of fender trimming here. Oh, nice. We got that. We got that. I think I'm getting a mosquito bite here. Some mosquitoes flying around. Alright. We like that. Let's, oof. Totally stuffed. Let's go down this way. See if we can walk the dog down this hill. I already screwed it up. Fail. Let's try this line here. Let's try again. Oof. Okay, that counts. It's a hard bouncer line. Can be impossible sometimes. I've had times where I can't get it. But this rig's got a little bit of wheel speed to it, so. Oh yeah, look at that. Side hill this bad boy. Look at that. Turning radius, man. It's got a little bit of overdrive in the front on this rig. Can't be sure how much. Whatever Vanquish offers, it's a step above stock. And maybe I've underdriven the rear too, I can't be sure. I never remember. I've got quite a few years with this rig. 2017? No. Yeah, 2018. I mean, obviously not the LCG rig, but the Raw Builder's kit was the base for this LCG, but I've been running these axles forever. So much so I've worn through a couple diff covers to where you can see, actually the rear you can probably still see daylight through. And when I say daylight, I mean you just can see into the, you can see inside. It's a term, folks. Let's see if I can side hill it, sneak it over here without coming off. Oh boy. Pretty good traction on these J Concepts tires. We'll get positioned here, climb our way up. Oh geez. And we ended up upside down again. Could you imagine that?